What's going on there, folks? Good evening. It's the Earthmaster here on the live stream with an update video on this beautiful Friday night. September 9th, 2022 is the date. It is about 8:10 p.m. West Coast time here in California. It looks like we got a 1.0 earthquake into the area of California. That is the latest quake there on the globe. So we do have some interesting weather activity kicking up into the Southern California region right now. We did have a viewer, Daniel Auber. I appreciate that, sending in this video here from the Southern California area. We're talking about LA, Los Angeles area, Hollywood Hills, and the downtown within the distance. This was about 4:20 p.m. time. Notice the strong winds kicking up there in the Los Angeles area. Beautiful shot there of the hills. And a tropical storm K coming into the area there of Los Angeles. We don't see that all too often. And man, is that beautiful. One thing I love about this is the palm trees blowing in the wind. That's absolutely beautiful there. And when you got the tropical system there coming up into the Southern California region, it makes it all the better. So I appreciate that, Daniel Auber, for sending in that video tonight of the tropical storm K into the Southern California region. Not a hurricane by any means, but definitely kicking up there, and some wind as far as the wind department goes. Here's the latest activity here from the Windy app. Showing a little bit of activity. Let's go ahead and back up here. We'll zoom in into the area. We did see a little bit of rainfall coming in with some flash flooding into the basically the Brawley area west of El Centro as well. Seeing a pretty good amount of some rainfall. I'm not for certain how much rainfall reached the San Andreas Fault up here. We were kind of chatting about that earlier. But, man, definitely around San Diego eastward, seeing a pretty good amount of rainfall along with some flash flooding activity kicking up there. This tropical depression now going to continue to churn off the west coast, off the southern portion or western portion here of the Southern California area. The latest update here, this was September 9th at 11 a.m. shows wind speed around 46 miles per hour, but that has probably been updated by now. And either way, those folks up there getting, or down there I should say from me, getting a little bit of rainfall into the Southern California area. That's pretty awesome. I've seen a couple chasers out there running around, live streaming, trying to get a hopeful shot of some good video. Not for sure if anyone got anything or not, but we'll look for that, no doubt, throughout the night and tomorrow possibly. Earthquake activity in Southern California right now, nothing above 2.5 and above. Looking at the all magnitudes map here, looks like a very typical day. I was chatting about how this heavy rainfall amount could potentially spark up or maybe induce the big one here along the southern branch of the San Andreas Fault. But not for certain how much rainfall accumulation is going to happen up here around the southern branch. I know we've seen a pretty good swath of rain through Brawley, El Centro area, working its way up northward, but we'll watch it, see what it does. Again, I don't think it was as awesome as they were expecting it to be, but then again, how often do we see a tropical storm hit Southern California? It's not too often do we see Reed Timmer, that famous storm chaser out there chasing a hurricane or tropical storm in Southern California. It just doesn't happen too often. So a little bit of movement tonight into the Southern California area, but this is not even a whole lot of activity. This is pretty minimal. Only 23 microquakes throughout the area. That's kind of a very minimal amount compared to background activity. Working our way up north, notice the west coast here, little scattered in activity throughout the plate boundary. Movement throughout Nevada is earlier, much earlier this morning. And if you look up through the West Coast, things just kind of on the mellow side. Most of the activity today has been out here along the Western Pacific and also around Papua New Guinea. Now, check this out here real quick. We've seen a 6.2 kick up here into the area of Indonesia, just outside of the Papua New Guinea area to the west. And then about almost an hour later, we've seen another 6-pointer kick up here. Another 6.2. So we got two 6.2 earthquakes striking out here into the area of the Papua New Guinea area. Now let me double check, make sure these things have been reviewed. Reviewed by a one of those guys that have a that plaque on the wall that says they're a bachelor's degree in geology, maybe. I'm kind of working towards that myself. Also up here a little bit later, let's check this out. Make sure we got a review status, reviewed by another professional that's got their plaque up on the wall. So that's a lot of activity, right? 6.2, 5.9, 6.2, 4.7. So when we were looking at the seismograph stations earlier on the live stream, when I was doing this update, we noticed that there was a pretty broad seismograph reading that looked much bigger than a 6.2 magnitude earthquake. But this right here kind of explains what we were seeing on the live stream. We didn't really see a much larger earthquake, but we've seen much more earthquake activity within a short amount of time. Basically within 23, we're talking about 10 minutes, 14 minutes or so, we've seen a 6.2 and a 5.9. And within another 15 minutes, another 6.2. So what's going on down here along the New Guinea Trench? Well, it is a subduction zone, right? And if you look at these earthquakes, they're all roughly about 19 kilometers or so below the surface. Historical data, looking back here on the records, shows that this area can get some rather large earthquakes, and we're talking about above the 6.2 threshold. We're talking about between the 7 to 8 magnitude earthquake range. So swarming in this magnitude, yeah, it's something to watch pretty closely there. I don't think there's any main quake going on here so far tonight. 6.2, 6.2, and a 5.9. Who's to say there's not a 7 or an 8 coming to the area? Got to watch that pretty closely there, folks. Very possible that we could see some much larger earthquake activity popping up here outside of the Papua New Guinea region. That's where all the activity has been occurring today. The majority of this activity outside of the region has been much older movement. So things really kicking up in this area. It has been definitely been building up there, I think, for a while. And again, you got the trench areas. Let's see what we got for the last 7 days of movement here. Not a whole lot here in the deeper areas of the New Guinea Trench. But we did see a lot of deep activity back building here into the Tonga Trench, putting that pressure westward, northwestward here in the area of Papua New Guinea. And it definitely built up, that's for sure. But I can't say this is over by a long shot. Definitely something we have to watch pretty closely here with that type of earthquake activity. All right, what else we have here? Movement up north here into the Sea of Osk up here. That's some older movement from this morning. And aside from that, look at that. There's not a whole lot going on. Most of the activity confined to this little regional spot here over the last 24 hours. Again, earthquake activity along the west coast has been pretty scattered throughout Texas and Oklahoma. Some earthquakes, but most of these were from this morning. So we've pretty much come to a halt here as far as earthquake activity goes worldwide. Around the Ascension Islands area, out in the mid-Atlantic, it's kind of the mid-Atlantic, southern Atlantic Ocean area. Yeah, mid-Atlantic. Looking at the flat scale map shows us that. We did see a little bit of activity along the divergent boundaries out here, 5.1 and a 4.8, but this activity much earlier this morning time frame. So things have been somewhat quiet until now. What do we expect following this activity? Well, depending on how much strain is built up here further to the west, and then again, there's been some surface adjustments up here with all these 5s and 6s occurring around the Papua New Guinea area, that the area back here, back building around the Tonga Trench, should show some further activity. And most of the time, this should start off as deeper earthquake movement around the Tonga Trench and the Kermadec Islands area. But we'll wait and see how this kind of plays out tonight. All I know is that's a lot of earthquake activity, right? 6.2, couple 6-pointers, and a 5.9 in the mix there. So we'll watch that pretty closely. Yellowstone National Park tonight, there is some earthquake activity. If you've been watching the live stream, kind of came up out of the blue once again, right? Look at this. We've seen that pop up on the live stream there. And there was a couple of earthquakes there popping off in a rapid type event over a period of about maybe 10-15 minutes or so. There's been no major earthquake activity, but we're getting that rapid type movement going on again here at Yellowstone National Park. And again, the epicenter is focused right around the Mary Lake area. Not up here around Maple Creek, but in this area around Mary Lake, where we've seen that unusual rapid type of earthquake activity kick off here just a few nights ago. Notice that earthquake activity showed up amongst quite a few local stations there. I don't believe anything popped up over 2.5, but again, when we see this activity kick up like this, we want to definitely watch it pretty closely around the northern edge of the Yellowstone caldera. Tremor map tonight along the Cascadia subduction zone shows about 38 epicenters confined to the Oregon area. Underneath Oregon, just north of Grants Pass area, all this movement here, or at least the vibrational tremors being reported down dip into the Cascadia subduction zone. Solar weather activity tonight. Let's see what we got here. Kicking off here at the Solar Ham site. Things pretty minimal, folks. Green across the board. We have numerous sunspots facing the Earth, but they are all in the green category, indicating that there's no major complex type of magnetic field with any of these sunspots that are currently facing the Earth. 3096, yeah, it's growing. I think if anything, need to watch maybe 3092. We're getting a little bit of closeness here of the magnetic fields, but I mean, really, there's really nothing to worry about here as far as any major solar flare activity from any of these numerous sunspots that are facing the Earth right now. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we'll deal with it as we head towards solar maximum. No major coronal holes facing us, so that means no extended geomagnetic storms in the forecast. Things look pretty green across the board here, and we'll kind of just see how it plays out, folks. All right, we're going to bounce out of here again. Hold on a second there. I do want to bring up the channel members. And these guys definitely have been around for a while. We do have some new members here to the channels, or to the channel membership. And within, I think, next week, we're going to be doing a live drawing here for the channel members. Those are the subscribers here to this channel. In order to be entered into that drawing, you have to be a member here of the channel. Right now, we have 31 members, and it's been pretty consistent. We've had a couple folks there drop off, and that's okay. But there's been a couple folks there that have been extended and have been long-term members for a while, over 3 months. So we're going to start with those folks there. Albert Sanchez Jr., one of our longest members here, he will be entered into our random drawing here next week to win some Earthmaster merchandise. And we're going to give a wide array of potentials, whether you want a t-shirt, and that includes some earthquake activity listed on the t-shirt with the Earthmaster logo on the back, or Winter time is coming up. Maybe a sweater. You guys want a sweater? That's pretty cool if you live in the colder environments. Or if you want some leggings. I know we got quite a few women here on the channel that are members. And there's leggings, there's backpacks, there's all sorts of stuff that are listed on the Earthmaster store. So we're going to give those folks, the lucky winner that is, a chance. Well, not chance. They're going to win something from the Earthmaster store, and that's going to be their choice of what they want. And it doesn't matter if it's $5, $50. That is going to be their choice coming up. So Albert Sanchez Jr., one of our longest members here. Jay Fuentes as well, very long time member at 347. The Fly Lady, Robert Vogel, Robert Kozowski has been a winner in the past. Won a $50 Visa gift card. He was one of our first winners here after announcing the drawings. Hope and Feathers, Ray Addington, Pamela, Catherine Decker, Melanie Fisher. We got Mike Delaney showing up as well, 2 months. Alicia Stanford, Joelle Kozowski, Debash Mode, John Didier, Maria Park, Nancy Kolowski won last month a $40 Amazon gift card. So this is all random. We do it live here on the channel, and it's pretty cool. And right now the odds are very awesome to win something. We got 31 people, so compared to almost 78,000 subscribers. So if you want a chance to win something, right now is the time to win. Definitely. And we kind of mix this up every month. It could be who knows what's going on next month. We'll have to figure it out. It could be a gas card, or it could be who knows what. We kind of like to mix it up. We don't want to do the same thing every month, but we kind of like to keep it a little on the spicy and the interesting side, so that folks will be inclined to join here on the channel. Again, 31. The odds of winning are 1 out of 31. That's pretty darn good, I think. Nancy Kolowski, like I said, won a $40 Amazon gift card here last month. Purple Bullet, thank you very much for joining this channel. Betty Kelly, Hurricane Heather as well, very much appreciated. Chris, Patrick Jones, Robbie82, John Pinnick, Lainey Miller, Judy Menzel, Pamela Hamilton, and Panzika. We appreciate you there very much. Ashley Van Horn, Dolores has joined. She's been a long-time member. It looks like maybe she forgot to rejoin the channel, or the subscription ended, but she has been with us here for about 3 months as well. The newest member, Kathy Doan, I believe that's correct. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but Kathy, I appreciate you. The newest member here on the channel. If you want to be entered here into the drawing, to special videos, special perks, special emojis and icons here on the channel, please join. And you'll get automatically entered into our drawing here next week, which will give a specific date here soon, and when it's going to happen. And of course, we go live, and we'll pull a lucky winner out of the fish bowl. I think I'm going to have Missy Mimi's do that this time. And you get a chance to win some stuff here. And that's going to be your choice from the Earthmaster store. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce out of here. I appreciate all the comments and whatnot. I have been reading quite a few comments across the board on many videos, and numerous subscribers up there into the Washington area reporting some earthquake activity and whatnot here a couple days ago. So I do want to know, I do want everyone to know that I read all the comments, the negative ones as well. I try not to give those folks that decide to, shoot off a lot of negative activity any type of airtime. But hey, I do read your comments as well. I can't say I appreciate them, but you know what? Everyone's open. This is a free country, free world, right? Everyone's open to their own opinion, their own comments and whatnot. So negative comments, I do read those as well, folks. But I appreciate everyone that has been sending positive thoughts, positive vibes, and whatnot here to the channel. Alrighty, guys, keep an eye on the Papua New Guinea area. That's a lot of earthquake activity to happen in a pretty much a short period. A couple 6-pointers in there and some 5s. Yeah, I think something might be brewing on the little bit larger size. Just keep an eye on that area pretty closely. Have a good night. Stay safe. Friday night, I'm telling you, there's a lot of idiots out here in California right now on the Friday night. And, you know, idiots is about the strongest word I'll use out here. But it's well-deserved because people on this Friday night are crazy. I'm staying behind my gate. I'm locking my door. And I'll be right here on the live stream. Actually, I got a little bit of schoolwork I need to catch up on. But I'll be out here on the side. Have a good night, folks. And, again, thanks for the video out there in Southern California. From the tropical storm, tropical depression K. There's some rainfall, like I mentioned, but I don't think it was as extensive as they were expecting. But that could be a good thing. Have a good night, folks. Stay safe. We'll chat you guys here real soon.